Crack open a cold one, kick back, and enjoy a week's worth of conversation from pop culture, sports, breaking news, and everything in between. Welcome to the Pine Room Podcast. At the beginning of the podcast each week, everyone on the show rolls a 20-sided die. The person who rolls the lowest number then becomes the moderator for that week's show, and it's their job to move the conversation along and switch from various topics or questions that can be found on the moderator's cheat sheet, or custom ones they've brought in themselves. If you have a question or a topic you'd like us to discuss, send us an email to contact@thepineroompodcast.com. Well, that's enough of that. Let's get into the show. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome into the Pine Room Podcast, episode 117. Here in the studio today, myself, Matt, Chris, and Jub is back on the show.
Howdy.
I don't know when the last time it was us four, the family trio was on the
Been a while.
the show.
Before I went on vacation, before you guys went on vacation.
I haven't been on the show with Jub in like fucking 5 weeks.
Yeah, I don't remember. Well, it was me, you, Jeff, and it was us three and Jeff the last time I was on. We talked about...
we should have this all chronicled, but I don't think...
Where's Coach Ben? He's been missing in action.
Well, he had one day to be on today, and today could have been that day, and then he's going to be off for 16 weeks.
We'll see him around Lent season.
I don't know.
Well, it's not that he hates it. I think this is Red coming up on his nap time.
Wow.
He better readjust.
He's hitting...
well, shit, he's going to be rolling botchy for the next 16 weeks. Chris, you gotta...
Chris, let's hit on that real quick.
Well,
congratulations
you're the champion.
on your championship.
And I was going to bring it up yesterday on the radio, but I thought, it wasn't the time or the place. But the podcast, we're the champs. And the great... I mean, it was, I think, like a 13-week season, the first half. And so we outlasted everybody, but we only got $40 more than the second place team. So
Jeez.
It was well worth it.
Well, hey, it's a lot more glory.
Right, but we on bragging rights.
Yeah.
You can't put a monetary value on bragging rights.
Your season's longer than the MLB season.
It's terrible. And then we got 13 more weeks starting tomorrow.
You recouped $40 of beer money, basically, or a little bit more than that?
No, we're getting 90 apiece. Four guys.
Well, that'll pay for your drinks for a little while.
Yeah, it will. So
you got So you're official. You're the first place of the Sons of Italy Blotchy League.
First half, yes.
So there's.
So and you know what? We did not occupy the top spot till the very last week.
Really?
I heard you guys.
Wow.
It was an upward battle for.
It was.
So now, are you in everybody's sights now? Are they coming for you?
I guess it's too much pressure for me, Christ. I swear to God, some of those nights thought I was going to fucking have a heart attack over dumb botches.
Is that mostly because of your partner? These guys' dad?
No,
I would say there's probably somewhat of
because I tell you the one time he didn't play, or twice. There was one. I think your dad had to miss twice. One time I missed as well. The other time though, because we always played the same end, and he wasn't there. And I was like, man, my soulmate's not here. Where the hell is he? And we had a good fill in. I can't even remember if we won. Oh no, we had weeks filled in.
And you guys won?
No, we split, I think. But I was bad.
But these guys know when Coach comes home and they've lost.
Well, I know the temperament of the loss and the split and the win. I can tell the difference. Rarely do you guys ever lose two.
So
but
it's that demonstrative, the difference?
Oh, Jesus. If he loses two, the one time he lost, I think you guys lost two maybe last year or this.
Yeah, we never got swept this first half, but last year I think
last year I think you guys
lost those ladies. Remember the ladies that hadn't won a game all year?
They beat us.
He took that one real hard.
He came home and you would have thought like somebody died or somebody like the house was going up for sale or something. He went. I think he went right to bed.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell him this. I'm a little disappointed because last week when we played, the team we were going up against, Tommy Morgan and Adam Bodenberger, that's who we fought the whole time.
That's a top level team, man.
Yes. So they split, and both of those guys had been on vacation, so they had been drinking for a whole week. They were probably rusty. So they split the night before we played last Wednesday, I believe. So we knew exactly what we needed to do to win. So we had to sweep to win, and we did. But like your dad was just like, I thought we'd stay and drink some more beer, and he's like, well, I'm out of here. Like, geez. Like it was kind of
wow. You thought he'd like get the Gatorade cooler shower and celebrate?
I just thought he'd be a little bit more excited.
Well,
about it.
and when he came home, he was still kind of. I mean, he wasn't thrilled. I thought he sent us a text and let us know, but I thought it'd be like fireworks and parade and
Well, he knows there's a second half coming.
That could be.
He's not satisfied.
He's not like the Phillies. He's
You
not
don't
going to put on cruise control.
donut.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get a shoulder injury or something. Or no, maybe a wrist. I guess.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Well, you're going to be going on vacation here soon, so you're going to be.
Well, I don't know though. I'm only going to miss. Well, I won't even know if I'll miss.
Oh, you might. I thought you guys play Wednesdays now, or no?
No, just
Tuesdays.
to
Do you take
this week.
Do you take a cut for your salary when you go on vacation?
What do you mean?
Your bocce salary?
No, it's totally
Oh, it's
commission.
fixed?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, I got to fix it.
Oh, it's commission.
Right. So my commission.
Depending on
right,
success
right,
rate.
right.
So
Okay.
if you broke it down, just say for 13 weeks and times by 2, just say on average 2 hours 2 hours a night. That's what 20. We'll just say 26. We'll round up to 30 hours I devoted to bocce in the first half, and I got $90.
So yeah, that's $3 an hour.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
Not to mention, the money you spend on beer and snacks.
How much are beers
So-
over there? $3?
I think they're 2.
So is there
maybe
a
2 and a
So
quarter.
you could get like
Pockets are
almost.
cheap,
You
though.
could get like 40 beers.
Is there a
with that.
chance you're in the negative?
Yeah.
So you've drank far more than 40 beers
Yes.
that $90 would pay for.
Yeah, but now I'm signing up for drawings too.
Oh boy.
So-
Yeah, because you're a
Oh,
member.
man.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
when I go in, it's $650 to sign up for all of them. So.
Well, you're a member at the Snake Club, at the Sons of Italy, at the Vets. Boy,
I know,
you're
I know. I did. Enough's enough.
you're
You
a
think
real
that
social.
maybe the Sons of
like-
Italy is like a front for maybe they know you're going to be spending all your money over there, so they.
Well, I just want to go down to their damn pause tonight. I still have a free certificate to go down there on Thursdays, and they say it's great. But
What are they? What is it it's like spaghetti?
Yeah, spaghetti. You get your choice of a meatball or meatballs or a piece of sausage, and
Ooh.
I think a salad and bread.
Well, that's right
They
up
say it's
your,
great.
right in your wheelhouse.
And if you don't have, but if you go down there, I think it's like $10.
Ain't bad.
No.
Job, do you think they could be a front for organized crime? Is that what you're
I
alluding
don't
to?
want to make any accusations, but I mean,
La
it sounds
Cosa
like
Nostra?
a lot of money is going into that place, and not much is coming out. So
Things coming out. might
believe
not
what
be
you
good in the
will.
back.
Yeah, it could be chopped.
wheeled out
hey,
bodies.
check the meat in those meatballs.
Just be careful where you're pointing your finger at.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start my car in the parking lot. It'll blow up.
No, it'll explode.
Chris starts looking down underneath when he
I
gets
know.
in.
Checking his tires, like the wheel well.
Well, and yeah, and the guys that we played, they're actually called the Sons of Italy. They're nice. They're very nice guys. And
Are they all Italian?
I think
Because that's kind of like false advertising.
Let me
If
see.
They're
you're
Japanese.
I think
Yeah.
3 of them
Yeah.
are. The other guy may not be.
Yamamoto,
But
Kawasaki,
We
Iwo Jima.
and Hideki.
Yeah.
Wang.
No, that's Chinese, Chris, but good try.
Wang.
Okay.
Wait, so all of those? Wait, so those got Wang? They are the Sons of Italy, like Mr. Wang. Is
No,
that
I
what
don't
you
think-
said?
No.
Job
You
said
said
that.
Kawasaki.
Well, no, he
Yeah, well,
said
Kawasaki,
he said
Wang
he
is
asked if they were
Chinese.
all Italian or the Sons of Italy. So I said no, they're Japanese.
So now I started
okay.
naming names, and he said Wang, and that doesn't
Yeah,
belong.
that's like
but could still represent Asia.
Moon is like a big name in
though.
Korea.
Korea, yeah.
Well,
that's a
like,
huge-
but are there any private clubs around here called Sons of Japan?
No, Land of the Rising Sun. That's I don't know. I don't believe there is. There's not even Japanese restaurants around here.
What sport do they play?
No.
What sport would they play instead of bocce?
Japanese?
what
They do
play?
Baseball.
sumo,
Yeah,
baseball,
they do sumo.
Ping
sumo,
pong.
baseball. They do ping pong, and they do
like-
sword fighting.
Realistically, have you ever seen those guys play ping pong? The Japanese
they're
guys play
incredible.
ping
Oh, my God.
pong.
Incredible.
They are
good.
the most. It's got to be one of the most skilled. Obviously, you're not physically taxing your body, but I mean,
How about the guy with no arms? Play with. yeah, there's
he
a
play
guy
with his foot?
racket in his mouth. I swear
who
to
did he
God.
play for?
He might not have been Chinese,
you
but
know-
he was in Asia
Wait a
somewhere.
minute.
Yeah, I saw
You
I
know
saw
some
a video.
of the teams? Like,
Well, I mean, he probably
There
went
are
around country,
ping pong
but
teams?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are, but now the Olympics is coming up now, and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
With no,
I think it was a
his,
guy.
his name is he's from Egypt. Ibrahim
Okay, yeah,
Hamda.
there's no way he can be
He
anything.
said started
Wow.
Pretty
paratable
fucking
tennis
good.
to prove to his friends that nothing is impossible. A double arm amputee plays with a table tennis racket in his mouth and serves the ball using his right foot.
it's incredible. He
Well,
tosses it up.
Hamadto plays at international tournaments, the crowd gathers and photographs are taken.
Now he would. I could have 8 arms. He'd beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would
Wow.
fucking demolish me.
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's cool though. I'm good for that
for
guy. I
him,
mean,
yeah.
that's an awful handicap to have. I think that's the worst handicap you could
I'll be
have,
honest with you.
short of being a vegetable. I having both no arms like that is that's the worst possible
Listen.
thing that you could have. No legs. I
That's
could
a-
I
yeah,
could
yeah,
handle.
arms.
I mean, that would suck, but I could at least do something.
That is
like,
a nightmare. To
I mean,
me.
you couldn't
That is a
write, you couldn't
full-blown-
cook, but you could play ping pong.
And if
Fucking
so,
nuts.
I always said if I was ever to lose a limb, I'd pray to God that it was from either my elbow down
Right,
or my underneath my knee.
Right.
So like my
That's your
shin
best
down. Because then
option,
you're
yeah.
best because you have joint movement and you can get a
And with the prosthetics
cool
they have for
prosthetic.
legs now, you can do
Yeah,
awesome. If you
but-
guys have ever seen that Joey Jones guy that's on Fox News, got a double amputee from military, blew up on a mine. He's got
Oh,
like
yeah,
an
I've seen
awesome
that guy.
set of these
Yeah.
like titanium legs, and like he
That's-
lives an awesome life.
But like
still.
if you get from the
A hero.
shoulder or the hip, then you're like you lose so much mobility.
Right.
The pirate,
which would
you'd be like a
tough.
pig
That'd be
leg.
really hard.
That'd be
But
tough.
I mean, if I lost both arms, I don't know what I would do. I mean, everything I thought about when I had my shoulder surgery, all the things that you don't realize what you do with an arm.
Yep.
I couldn't. I'd go into a depressive state because I
think
don't
a lot
know
of
how I
people
could
do
it.
that though, Job. You're right.
I
That
could-
happens.
like all the fun
People think they
things.
have no reason to live.
Oh.
That's what the guy said about proving to his friends he could play.
I thought about this morning. And this is funny you say that. I was one of my biggest fears is to lose my sight. Man,
That wouldn't be
that
fun.
terrifies me.
That wouldn't be
I
fun.
would.
Chris, would you?
I would hate that.
Would you rather lose your sight, your taste, your smell, or your hearing?
Would you say would I rather?
Yeah, what would be your top?
Sight would be my last choice.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess I'd probably. I mean, hearing wouldn't. I mean, I definitely want my sight over my hearing.
I think I'd
probably
rather
go-
lose my taste.
I'd go.
Yeah.
I'd go.
Yeah, taste
smell.
they can have some.
Smell, taste, hearing,
yeah, smell.
sight.
Touch. You can put your hand on a burner and never feel anything.
Burn. I don't know whether.
Now,
you're-
would you rather be blind and deaf? I guess pretty much that you can't hear or see, or have both your arms gone.
Oh,
You had to
that's
make
a
the choice.
Really hard.
am I born with no ability to
You know
hear or
what?
see?
No, you were able to, and
like
you
I
lost it.
like I lost it, like
Yeah.
a fire
Yeah,
flashback.
you're not
off
Helen
or
Keller,
something.
but you were.
Did I lose it both at the same time?
Yes,
Oh,
explosions.
Yeah. And have cords.
Think about
that
how
explosion made
Actually,
you go deaf.
here's what happened. You were cleaning the bathroom here at the station, and somehow you mixed the wrong two chemicals together, and there was a massive explosion.
Right.
Blew out your eyes. You got hit in the face with part of the mirror, and your ears were gone because of the loud boom.
I thought you were going to say there was some sort of parasitic, like brain-eating amoeba.
No,
in
you
that.
mixed toilet duck and
Windex.
yeah, and with a touch of
the most-
Ajax,
and
and
it
it
blew up.
exploded the
It
whole
was the
the whole
most deadly
bathroom.
explosion
Yeah.
in history.
But it
that
smelled
nobody-
delicious.
Yeah,
Nobody'd ever.
The whole
used
city
it.
smells good, but I have no hands or feet. No, I'd probably take because I'd be in a panic. Well, even if you did have arms and you couldn't see or hear, what can you do? You wouldn't know.
Yeah,
You'd be
I think
like,
I mean, you can feel your way around. But
I'll be honest with you. I've recently been dealing with these ear infections and they won't go away. And my left ear was real clogged up this morning. And when you don't have your hearing, like my left ear was completely clogged up. You almost feel like you're in a bubble. Like
and your balance is
your whole world starts to contract. So I don't know what I would do if I couldn't hear or see.
I'd take no arms. I think. I'd rather because I'd
that's
still
a,
be able to
that's,
just.
that's
like,
a choice I don't ever want to have to make.
I know.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking
At least I
terrible
could, like-
choice.
I could watch TV and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, you're right, Jared. That
Oh,
might
Jesus,
sell
think
me.
about how
Somebody
bored
could.
you'd be.
I could run the Netflix remote with
Yeah.
my teeth. Yeah, I gotta keep my eyes. I have to.
Think about how bored you would be
What do you mean?
Could they build a,
if
just
you
like
had
put
no
your-
if
could
you had
they
no
build a-
sight or hearing
build a car for you that you could somehow drive?
with
With
no
no
sight or
arms?
hearing.
Oh no!
You drive with your you can drive with your knees.
That
maybe.
would, I don't think. I mean, there's guys that have no leg usage that could have the pedal
Well,
the
then there's-
controls.
there's,
I mean,
without
Charles
arms,
Krauthammer, if you
yeah.
remember him,
That'd
he
be
couldn't.
cool.
He
There's
could drive a car with
there's
his.
some
Who, that guy from the news,
guy. Yeah,
Oh, he passed. Though,
Yeah,
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
wrong with him?
he broke his neck in a. You laugh, you dick. He broke his neck in a swimming accident. Yeah, see, Charles is a hero. One of the most brilliant guys ever.
I love
This
that.
fucking
Chris is
asshole's
a
laughing at
monster.
him.
He's a
No, I know
monster.
you didn't mean anything. But he broke his neck in there, and then he's had so many health
If you'd have said he
complications.
broke his leg, I wouldn't have laughed.
but
he broke
the
his
neck is
broke his
but,
neck,
like
and then lived in a wheelchair.
have
his
you
whole
ever
life.
seen that thing that they
I didn't know that.
there's a a thing in cars now that you can blow in, and it starts the
Yeah.
like it's the ignition.
Yeah, I think he
so.
had
Like
that.
you put that in your mouth and you blow in it, and that's how you speed up and slow down. I
I
think
thought that was
that's
for a
the thing.
breathalyzer.
No,
Probably both. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, isn't it because if you like some people have to like have that?
that's that. What's that called? It's
Yeah.
got a name.
Ace had a breathalyzer for a while.
I mean,
Blow and go.
yeah, he would be driving. I'd hear a beep going on. He'd say, "Chris, hold on, I got to pull over."
That was a complication.
Oh yeah, he blowing that thing. He said, "Okay, I'm back now." It's like every 15 minutes
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Oh, you have to do it while you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, one of the worst stories I've ever heard is remember they took that fucking dude. Who was that? Like Jay Haleski and a couple other guys were took a van or something that somebody had a DUI in it, and they had Ron Ross driving and having to blow, and he's like in his 80s. And he was driving. Everybody was passed out. He had to blow in the blow
Yeah,
and go
they
thing.
went down to like
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
I
So he's got to blow in this
he's like
thing?
85 or something, and he's blowing in the blow and go. Job just got hit in the head. See, that's
What
the
did-
gods
what
getting mad
happened?
at us.
Tom
Tom
Thumb.
Thumb
Oh,
is
no.
pissed
Tom Thumb
because
just-
Chris laughed at that poor paralyzed man.
But he attacked Job.
Yeah, he went after
haunted
Jump.
me.
Yeah, but no, those breathalyzers, jeez, doesn't that be
that-
awful?
no,
Make
that's
the old
awful.
guy have to do it.
Hold Tom.
Yeah,
Tommy
old
Thumb.
Tom.
All right, Jarrett, where are we heading?
Yeah, hey, I wanted to hit this because I don't remember why I thought of this, but I was looking at the IMDb, the top 250 movies of all time.
Okay.
And I wanted to the top 10.
Guarantee you I
and
know
I
number
wanted
one.
so that's what I wanted to ask you. I wanted to see if you guys could get the 10 out of the 10 to just start
Oh,
like
geez.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fuck, if we get 2, I'll be surprised.
So this is on like their rating. So
and
the
this
number
is going
10
back to the beginning of time.
Yes, the beginning of time. So I'll give you a hint that number 10 is from 1966.
Oh, great.
In 1966, it's got an 8.8 star out of 10. But I mean, you don't have to start with 10.
Well,
you could just
1966 is like black and white, right?
No,
this
no,
movie-
it should be.
Whoa.
no, this movie
should
does
have
have
color.
This has color. It is 2 hours and 58 minutes long.
Wow. That's a
So it's a
long
long
ass
movie. But I guess you don't have to start there if you don't want. You could just
Well,
give me.
I'll
Is there
say-
a plot?
I
Is
just
there a
want to
hint?
just try to get one.
I'll
Yeah,
say,
how
about Gone with the Wind will be on there?
Yeah, so just
Let's go around. So, Chris, you start. What you
Well,
name one?
that's the only thing I thought of.
Well,
Right
my
away
2
was
would be
what Matt
Gone
said.
with the
Gone
Wind
with
and
the
Wizard of Oz would be the
Yeah.
2 that I would guess that maybe would be on there. Maybe.
neither of those are on.
Well, you
What?
know
So this is really going to be
Then you
tough.
better-
Neither
they're
of them
trying
are-
to get
all right.
Who starred in the movies? Maybe that
I got one. All right.
Does that-
The Godfather.
The Godfather, that is on here at number 2.
Okay.
The Godfather's at number 2 from 1972.
And-
That's a 9.2 rating.
How about let me ask you this. Are there any, if you know this, is there any Steven Spielberg movie on there? Or maybe that you think might be?
Yes, I
Okay.
do believe that. Yes.
So I would say maybe Jaws?
That's what I was going to say, too. But I
Jaws is not on the list.
All right.
On the
But another
list.
Spielberg, guys.
Duel.
I believe.
Yeah.
Well, that's obviously number 1.
I gotta make
the
sure.
Human Centipede.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta make sure that.
Saw 6.
I gotta make sure I'm right on the Spielberg
Yeah.
because I could be wrong. I'm not
Fast
very.
and the Furious 10.
I'm not very good with the producers.
I would say that in my top 10, I would put.
But, so you already have-
Shawshank Redemption.
You said what? You already said
I said
Godfather.
That would be, that's a
Shawshank
huge
Redemption.
modern.
Shawshank Redemption, number 1. That is the number 1
okay.
movie of all time.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
9.3 out of 10. I gotta make sure. Spielberg's on here because I don't want to lead you astray.
That's
Matt.
all right. I am hung
So
up
you
on
right
that.
now you have 2. You have The Godfather
Are there any
and Shawshank.
Are
at
there
1
any
and 2.
modern movies like
Yes.
that has come out in the past 10 years?
Yes. Yes.
10 years.
Avatar.
Avatar is not on the list. This might be a little surprise to you guys.
It's going to be a
which is on
shitty
here.
movie.
We need some
Yes,
clues.
there's a
And
Spielberg.
Are there
movie on
okay?
here.
There's a Spielberg. Is there any movies that are sequels or obviously Godfather was?
Yes.
So yeah.
There
so
are.
how many of those
there
do we have?
are. Two. There.
RoboCop 2.
Technically, there's 3. Technically, you could consider another one, but there are 2 for sure.
Okay.
There are 2 for sure. And actually, both
All right,
and their
One was
sequels-
within 10 years?
Yes, and actually, their sequels are both they're on here.
So we have number 1
Are
and
the
2.
sequels the same type of name as the
Yes.
originals? Okay,
Yes.
okay.
But
But,
it's
and I will say the third one that I was saying is not.
okay.
But it is within the
But it
same
is a
series.
series.
So right
Okay.
now you have Shawshank at 1, Godfather at 2.
Please don't tell me any of these Marvel movies can. I mean, they haven't
No.
been around long.
No,
Okay, good.
there are
Because
no
I mean,
Marvel
not that those aren't good. I like them, but they can't be in the top 10 of all time.
There
yet.
are no
That's
Marvels.
too
I'm
quick
not,
of a
I'm
progression.
not cheating. I'm looking up a movie that I think this guy was in that I'm going to get.
If-
I can't
Okay.
remember the movie's name. I'm not.
Oppenheimer isn't up there, is it?
No,
Thank
Can't be,
Christ.
can't be yet.
No.
It's just too.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
How about-
Okay, I'll give you this hint. The earliest, the latest movie on here is from 2008.
Okay.
okay.
So
What
there's
about-
nothing.
Oh, The
super,
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
That's
number,
a good one.
Number 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was one in the.
So
in the
you've got
series.
1, 2, 3 right now.
Good job, Job.
Okay.
That's
Those
got a
are all
9
logical.
That's
Midnight
got a,
Cowboy.
That's got a 9 star.
Ooh.
No, that is not on the list.
But
You're
A
kind
handful
of
of
in the
dollars.
ballpark of
So
that.
so the
What's
dark.
Cassidy and Sundance Kid?
No.
Fuck, there's
So that one in
what's the one
1966, we
with,
got no
Pet
shot.
Cemetery.
1966. That
What's the one with fuck?
Is there a Clint Eastwood movie on
there
there?
is a Clint
Dirty
Eastwood.
Harry.
No, you're,
handful
you're
of
very
dollars.
close. You're very, very close. This is the one from
Gran Torino.
1966. No, the one from 1966.
Oh, one
it's
of the
a
westerns.
Westerns.
Got to be a western.
Yes.
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. There we go.
alright.
So you
Alright,
got
now
4.
what's
There's
that?
number 10. So you've got one,
Okay.
2, 3, and 10.
What's the one? It's the bank robber movie with. Oh fuck!
What, the newer
Town?
one?
No, it's probably from the late '60s. Got Faye Dunaway and
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The guy who was a playboy. Man. He's a Warren Beatty.
Beatty. Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, what the hell? That's got to be on there.
People are probably screaming right
Her name. What were the two? Shit, who were the two bank robbers? That girl.
now. Scarface.
Oh, that's not
Scarface is not on here.
I gotta
I'll say
look up
there's
Warren
one
Beatty.
You know
before
what I'm talking about?
1966
yes, I
on here.
do. I do.
There's one before
Oh, there's
1966.
one pre
uh,
66.
The Birds.
1957.
Is there
Breakfast
any
movie-
no Alfred Hitchcock?
I've never even heard of this
Breakfast
movie.
at Tiffany's.
I've never
The Breakfast Club.
I've never heard of this movie. You want me to give you
Give
the
us
director?
a star. No, give us a
give us
star.
give us somebody.
Stars: Henry Fonda,
Oh, that's the
Lee
big
J. Cobb, Martin Balsam. This is a black and white movie. I've never heard
It's
of
a
it.
Wonderful
there,
Life.
Yeah, is there a Christmas one on there?
No, not a
Okay,
Christmas
no
movie.
Christmas.
I guess you guys will probably never get this. So I'll give you. You want me to give you the synopsis?
Yeah.
The jury in a New York City murder trial is frustrated by a single member whose skeptical cautions forces them to more carefully consider
Witness Protection Program.
the evidence before jumping to a hasty verdict.
Oh.
It's got a number in the name.
7.
No,
Yeah.
it's got a number in the name. Again, I've never heard of this movie
Kill
from
a Mockingbird?
Well,
1957.
that was one I was
Majority
thinking
guess
of,
that.
Chris, to Kill a Mockingbird, but that one
That is not
that
on the
wasn't
list.
on there. Oh man,
I'll try to give you.
I can't believe you can't think of that
I
movie.
honestly,
I'm
this
trying to
All
look
right, so
for
we have
Warren
1,
Beatty
2,
movies.
3,
in
and
10. 1, 2, 3, and 10. I'll try to.
And are
You're
you?
missing
Do you
it-
think I've seen these? Like all these, most of all of them.
Most of them, yeah. Two of them that absolutely 100%.
Is there a?
They are sequels to each other, and there's also another sequel you're missing.
Is there been what? Who did Django? Who's that? Who's the director?
Tarantino.
Rocky.
There's a
Is
Not
there-
Rocky.
there's a
Not
Tarantino?
Rocky. There's a Tarantino movie.
Django Unchained.
No.
Kill Bill.
You're missing a
Oh,
really
I
big
know.
one.
No,
You're
it's,
missing a big one.
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction.
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay, yeah,
That's
Tarantino.
number 8. Pulp Fiction number 8 from 1994.
Tell me,
That's an
fucking
8.9.
Titanic is not on that list.
Titanic is not on
No
the list.
James Cameron movies.
I don't know.
And then Christopher Nolan, you had The Dark Knight. Was there any other of his movies on
Castaway.
Castaway.
good guess. I like
Castaway
that.
is not on
there?
here.
Tommy Hanks.
Forrest Gump.
That's
No,
probably-
Forrest Gump not on
Jesus,
here.
I hate that movie.
Forrest Gump not on here. There's a Spielberg movie you guys are missing.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Was the Warren Beatty movie you were thinking of?
Fucking
Faye Dunaway.
Actually,
was
fucking
Bonnie.
I really like this movie. It's a
Who-
very,
what is
very
it?
good movie.
I missed. What is
it's
it?
it's a Spielberg movie you guys are missing. It's from 1993.
A military movie?
Yes,
Saving Private Ryan.
Well, technically it is. It's not really. I mean,
It's not Saving
it's
Private
it's
Ryan?
What's
No.
that?
Oh,
one-
Schindler's List.
Schindler's
Okay,
List, number
yeah.
6.
What's
Yeah.
that one
That's a
movie
9.
that Oliver Stone did? Is it a military?
So now you guys.
Well, there's
Is there a horror
JFK.
movie? Is there a horror movie on there?
And then there's Thin Red Line. No, no, I know what you mean. Oliver Stone. Yeah, he did a military one.
Okay, so you guys have.
Give us a genre on number 4.
So real quick, I'll go back through. You've got number 1, Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
2, The Godfather. 3, The Dark Knight. 6, Schindler's List. 8, Pulp Fiction. 10, The Good, Bad, the Ugly. So you're missing number 4, number 5,
All right,
7,
let's go
9.
let's work on number 4.
Yeah,
What do we
work on
got
4. What's the genre?
in the time or the date?
So the date, 1974. A 9 star out of 10.
We need
It's
some-
a 3-hour, 22-minute movie.
Holy hell! Crime.
Who's in it?
Crime.
French Connection.
It is. This is this is a tough one. Director Francis Ford
Coppola.
Coppola.
Oh, then this has got to be a.
Oh, shit.
So this is not
Johnny
in the,
Depp
it's
in
not
it?
in the Godfather series. Oh, it's got to be another Godfather.
Godfather
yeah.
2?
Godfather 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Godfather
boo.
2 is
Yeah.
number 4.
Okay, there
Tell
we
me
go.
3 isn't in there.
That 3 is not in here. So
All
you're,
right.
you've got the
Every single one.
Godfathers out of there.
All right, so
They're
where are we
done.
at? 5.
Number 5. This is the one from 1957.
Son of a
for
woman.
fuck's sake.
That is a great movie.
No,
It's a little late.
I just was thinking 19.
You want order? I'll show you how to order. But no, this is the one from 1957. I might just give this to you guys because I
Can
don't.
you tell us the actor or actress?
Yeah,
he
so I
said-
gave you
Something Fonda.
Martin
one.
Henry
Oh,
Henry
Henry
Fonda,
Fonda.
Lee J. Cobb, Martin Balsam.
And this is the crime, the trial one.
yes,
Time to
written,
Kill.
written by Reginald Rose, directed by Sidney Lumet.
I wonder if it was a book first.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there a lot of words in the title? Or is it like one word title?
it is 3 words. 1 is a number.
Time to Kill.
Is the number 1?
The number is 12.
12 days. 12.
Chris, you gotta know this.
12
one.
months.
12. How do we not know this?
12 hours later.
It was the year your dad was
If
born.
it's the
57.
opposite of being happy.
12 sad hours.
Or I guess.
Wow, then I might not know. I've
I
never
don't
heard
know.
of
Give
this.
it to us.
12 Angry Men.
Well, I mean, I didn't even. I mean, I've probably heard of that.
All right,
but I
so
really
that's
never.
number
That's
one.
got a-
I
that's-
never would have got that.
That's number 5. It's got a 19
All right, we have
or
6.
9 rating.
What's 7?
We have 6. Number 7 is, this is going to be a surprise to you, Fantasy.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay. good.
Number 7, Lord of the
Good
Rings,
call.
but which one?
The Fellowship of the Ring. Oh, no. Two Towers.
Two Towers.
No.
Return of the King?
Return of the King.
Really?
Return of the King is number 7 from 2003. It's a 9.
How many we need?
So now you have.
What do we need?
You just have
8,
number 9.
9?
You just
Oh,
have
just-
number 9.
just number 9.
Because you got Pulp Fiction at 8.
Please.
Number 9. And I already said that there is a sequel. There's 2 sequels in here.
Wait, so
Oh.
there's
So we got the
another
Godfathers.
got
We
the
knocked those
Godfather
out. We
one.
Dark Knight. Another Dark Knight.
Not Dark Knight.
Okay. So
You already said it.
movie? Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the
other
Rings.
Lord of the
Fellowship
Rings.
of the Ring.
Yeah, Fellowship of the Ring at number 9.
Wow, Two Towers
2001.
didn't make it.
Yeah.
I mean,
8.9.
I think there's some good ones on there, but you can't tell me that Jaws isn't in the top 10.
Yeah, I think. Well, and I
mean,
think
my
Jaws
goodness.
is so iconic.
Yeah,
Like
revolutionized everything.
I've never heard anybody sits down
Um,
and go, "Man, I really want to watch 12 Angry Men."
You guys said a couple that just
never
missed
on.
the top 10. Forrest Gump is at 11.
Oh, fuck that movie.
The Two Tower, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers is 12.
Yeah, those 3 movies were just.
They were really good, yeah.
13, Fight Club.
Yeah, that's a good one.
14.
I didn't even think of that.
Fight Club is
14,
that high?
Inception.
I mean, it's good. But, nah, Inception's great. That's another Christopher Nolan.
Number 15, absolutely a great one to all of us.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire.
All right.
Empire at 15. 16, The Matrix.
Blech.
That's too high for that.
17, Goodfellas.
Blech.
yeah, that's pretty good.
18, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I figured that. I was going to
Great
guess that
movie.
one early.
I
Yeah.
love that movie.
19 is 7, Jub.
That's a great movie.
What about The
I
Deer
love
Hunter?
What's
some-
in the
Is
box?
the Deer Hunter in there?
love
And then
it.
20, Jub, is Interstellar. Let me see if I can find
Interstellar's good.
Interstellar was so good.
The Deer Hunter. A New Hope is 29.
What's in the box?
Deer Hunter. I don't see that.
That was a weird movie.
But
killing me,
that was
Williams.
a. Let me see what 250 is.
What do you think Duel would be on the list?
Top
Like
50.
400.
Unranked.
What about No Country for Old Men?
That's
a good one.
fantastic.
That's-
I just watched that recently.
Yeah.
That's got to be in the top 50.
Because Josh Brolin, I love him in that movie because he all he had to do was just leave that alone,
Yeah.
and he had to
Couldn't-
pick it up.
couldn't do
he
it.
couldn't. Would you?
What movie were you guys talking about? Which one? Deer Hunter? And
Well,
and what else?
I guess Deer Hunter. No, we were just talking
No
about
Country for
No
Old
Country for Old Men. If people aren't aware, the plot of the movie is one of the protagonists finds a bag of money, and then he takes the bag of money, and it leads him down this path of being chased and whatever. But if you saw a bag of money in a crime scene that's got hundreds of thousands of dollars in it, are you taking the bag?
Well, if I think about what happened in that movie, no, no, that was.
I always
a really good. Movie.
I don't know. Just depends on where I'm at. I mean, if I found it in church, I
because
wouldn't
all
take
those
it.
Mexicans were shot dead.
All dead. That one guy wanted a drink of water, and he gave it to him. But I couldn't do it, especially if everybody was slaughtered. Like, because I knew something is bad here. Like, something went wrong here, obviously. But I like the one scene, and we'll move on here. But he breaks into that hotel room, and those guys that are innocent, like he broke into the wrong room, and he just shoots that guy in the leg and blows his leg off. And then the old guy that he pulls over on the side of the road, he does that air compress to the side to his forehead.
Oh yeah. And then the one guy, he was cleaning out the chicken out of the truck,
Yeah.
and then he stole it, and I guess he is presumed that he killed the.
Yeah, just put an air compress. Bullet.
Chris, I looked. The Deer Hunter is 197 on this list, and amazingly, Jub above that at 195, Monsters Inc.
That deserve. I think that.
That was
I
a good
agree.
movie. That was
I
a good
agree.
movie.
I can agree with
You
that.
know what was a weird movie? I know you've seen it, Matt. It's like from the 90s, I think. Fargo.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
That's a
Is
good
that the
TV
one where he
series,
has
too.
to? Is that where he has to?
Steve Buscemi.
Fargo is on the list. 173.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm thinking of
The
something
Bridge on the
else.
River Kwai is also on there.
That's Champs movie. He loves
like
it.
that one?
Oh yeah.
What? There was another one you asked about, Jub, that was on there.
I don't.
Oh, No Country for Old Men.
That's
148 is
Yeah,
on here.
that
That's a
should be
good
in the
flick.
top
Yeah.
The
two.
Coen brothers? No, who was it?
I don't know. Where's Dumb and Dumber? Yeah, it might have been.
I
That's
think
no,
we could probably.
I
we
That's one of
thought
the
maybe.
best. That's better than 25 or 50 at least of the movies. I bet.
How about this? Dune Part 2, the one that came out this year,
Yeah.
is all the way up to 36.
yeah,
too high.
that's way too high.
But I mean, also it's
a
kind of
trend.
inflated because it's got a lot less.
trending.
The Lion King at 37. Jub and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is 38.
we could do a lot of readjusting.
No
that
Indiana
list.
Jones movies on there.
Let's see.
Raiders of the
Raiders?
Lost Ark
Oh,
has
yeah.
to be.
Oh man,
Indiana Jones,
I mean,
118.
That's
That's
low.
way
That's
too
a
low.
top 25.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
It's
Well,
Raiders
it's
when he
Indiana
walks
Jones
across
and the Last
the-
Crusade.
Which one's the one when he walks across the invisible bridge? Because I always think about that one.
That's Temple of Doom when they're leaving and they got to cross over the water.
No. When he's in, it's like a gap, and he closes his eyes, and he has to trust.
Oh,
that
when
there's
he's
a bridge
coming out,
there.
when he's yeah.
Is that the one where he finds the goblet?
Yeah, inside the cave and he's leaving.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
That's
he
Raiders of the
finds the goblet, and it's the old.
He picks it up, and the thing's starting to.
Because what's his name? Because Jesus was a carpenter. He's a carpenter or something, or
Right.
and he finds that old dirty cup.
Well, that one, no, I think that was because he was looking for the Ark of the Covenant in the first one.
Which one was the one? The Holy
Last
Grail.
Crusade. That was Last Crusade.
Because
is that the one with Sean Connery? Is that the one you're thinking of?
I think so.
Yeah, that's
'cause
the Last
he
Crusade.
saves his dad.
Yes, that's it. That's that one.
Because I always like that when the rich guy, the bad guy, goes
Yeah.
in, he picks the best looking cup.
Right.
But Jesus was a carpenter, and it was just a little shitty little
Yeah.
rotten cup. And I for some reason I always think
Speaking
of
of that, Monty Python and the Holy Grail is on this list.
That's
at
not a bad movie.
154.
It's not a
And
bad
I think
movie.
this is absolutely warranted too. Finding Nemo at 156. That's a great movie. I love that movie. Jub, do you know you remember the address?
something Wallaby Way.
Shit, what is Wallaby Way, Sydney? What number? Fuck.
I
Shit. It's gonna bother the hell out of me now. You got to know that.
Fuck shit in hell.
I don't know.
No, what? Wallaby Way, Sydney. It's on the goggles. Fuck.
I don't know. I'm like Dory. I don't
All right,
know.
you look up the number because it's gonna bother me.
Well, you
Well-
got. I'll look it up. You go move to our next topic.
Well, yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. You look it up. I was going to move to the next
Oh, I
topic.
thought
'cause
you were looking it
No,
up.
but I thought since we're on the movies, we might as well do songs too at top 10.
No.
Because I think
That's going to be tough.
I think
There's
we
so
should.
many.
I know exactly, but this is from Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
This we'll do the same thing. The top 10 songs of all time. It looks like.
I mean, there are substantially
I'll give you
songs.
genre.
Just do the top 3.
Yeah, that's
Top
gonna be-
three?
Top five.
Top
no
10.
What
more
about
than
top 4?
five.
We'll do top 5. We'll do
Okay.
top 5. The top 5. The first one starts in 1991. I'll give you the date.
P. Sherman 42.
Wallaby Way, Sydney. Fuck. P. Sherman 42. Wallaby Way, Sydney.
What the fuck's that mean?
It's the address in Finding Nemo.
Oh.
P. Sherman
Australia.
42. Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yeah, Chris, you should know that.
Okay. So the top 5 songs of all time. I'll have you guys guess them. Your first one in number 5 is from 1991. Number 4 is from 1965.
There you go, Chris.
Number 3 is from 1964.
Oh, Chris.
Number 2, 1989. And number 1, 1967. Holy shit! Wow, I did not.
Bee
That,
Gees on that list.
that just caught me off guard. The number 1.
What are these
wow.
rock songs or are they?
Okay, your number.
1991. Like that's
The 1991. This is a rock song.
And is a group?
It is a group. It is
Not-
a group from
Not
1990.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
It
I
is
was gonna say
Nirvana.
Smells like Teen
Smells
Spirit.
like Teen
Yeah.
Spirit. You
All
fucking
right.
nailed that.
I don't know. I just hear that
Chris.
always the top rated. I mean,
Come on,
Yeah,
it's
Chris.
okay.
No.
Yeah,
You're
that
on a
is-
heater,
That
Chris.
is.
No, Matt's no.
That's number 1. Number 4 is from 1965. I would say it's a
Group,
not a group. Solo artist,
woman.
male,
65.
65.
What
a
are his
male,
initials?
Paul McCartney?
not
No,
Paul.
But they weren't. He wasn't a solo act. then.
Not Paul. I would say it's more of like a folk rock.
Was the guy
kind
in a band before? Annie. This
Bob
is
Dylan.
of- No. Bob
Oh
Dylan.
yeah, good guess.
Bob Dylan.
Blowing in the Wind.
No.
Like a Rolling Stone.
Like a Rolling
you-
Stone. Number
Chris.
4.
He might have.
Good,
he
Chris.
might have fucking more than one in there. I mean, I don't know.
Well, they had another one in the two more in
Yeah.
the 60s.
Next one. I don't even know
Tell
if
me
I've
the
ever heard
Rolling
of.
fucking Stones.
No, I don't even know if I've ever heard
You
of
hate the
this
Rolling
guy
Stones?
or heard
I
of
hate
this
him.
song.
And I'm
Number
not-
No, I take that back. I hate some of the songs.
1964. It's a male solo artist.
Elvis.
No.
Jesus.
I don't know what songs he has. It's like number one.
Nothing but a hound dog.
America's first
Hound dog.
Terrible fucking song.
Number 2 song of all time.
America's first great soul singer and one of the most successful pop acts in the
Aretha
nation.
Franklin.
No,
It's a man?
it is a man
James
with
Brown.
18 top 30 hits since 1957.
Jackie Wilson. No.
No.
Otis Redding.
Al
Talk of the
Yankovic.
Bay. Talk of the Bay.
What struck blank was the challenge implicit in Dylan's anthem, G's. Blank
Oh,
mused a
oh,
white boy
oh.
writing a song like that.
Jimi Hendrix?
No, not Jimmy.
Well, what do you mean not Jimmy? Is there another Hendrix?
No, it's. I'm just saying, not
Ed.
Jimmy.
Ed.
Initials SC.
SC. Jesus Christ. Soup Campbell. Fuck, SC.
Steve?
And he's a,
No, it's Steve.
Steve
Stevie-
Carlton.
No, Stevie. I would say Stevie Wonder.
I've
No,
never even
S-
heard of this guy. I'll be honest. I'll play it for. I'll play it
Yeah.
for you.
No, I mean, you get it
Yeah, I know. I'm
immediately.
saying, but like this, it'll be the reveal.
SC.
SC. It's going to hit you like a truck, Chris.
Yeah, well.
SC. Steve Collins? I was born. Oh my god, I know. Oh shit. I was born by the river. Oh shit. All right. We're going to get copyright strike.
We'll be banned
Shit.
in Russia.
Oh my.
I'm no help here because I've probably only ever heard that song twice.
You're not gonna get it.
Yes,
What's
I-
the name of the song? I
A
wanna know
change
the-
is gonna
change gonna
come.
come. Oh yes, it will.
By Sam Cooke.
Damn it!
Sam Cooke.
I sing that in the car all the
Change is gonna
time.
come.
I always get
Number 3.
I love that
Jackie
song.
Wilson mixed
God,
up.
that's a good song.
Okay. Number 2. Again, I don't know if I've ever heard of this. 1989. I believe it's a group. Yeah, it's a group. It is a group. I don't know if I should give you the right.
Are they famous? Like, are they a big group?
What year?
To me,
1989?
no. I've never even heard of this group.
ABBA.
1989.
Alphaville.
I got to find the. I don't even know what the genre is.
Crowded House.
Yo Gabba. Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah.
Okay,
Little Nepotism.
you want to read the?
Little
I'll read the. Chuck D once likened "Fight the Oh, that's the song. "Fight the Power."
Wait, like
"Fight the Power" is the song name.
it's like NWA?
"Fight the Power."
Public Enemy?
Public Enemy.
Yeah.
There you go. That's who it is. Yeah, I couldn't think of that. Yeah. Wow, I was
That's
never thinking
4?
along that. But 89.
That's 2.
Public Enemy. Wow.
That's number
Chuck
2
D.
of all time.
Yeah, fight. I gotta even I just want to hear a blip of this.
I like
That's number 2 of all
That's
time.
insanity.
Oh boy,
That's insanity.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Who is the
And
Raiders of this? What was the?
Rolling Stone.
Oh well, they put that terrorist on the cover of their magazine that
I
one time.
can't
So I
stand
can't-
it.
Tsarnaev.
Does Rolling Stone have anything to do with the actual band anymore?
No.
I don't think so.
Nothing. They were never connected.
Never.
Okay,
affiliated.
and then your number 1 song of all time
thought
from
we got
Rolling Stone.
No.
Number 1.
Well, which ones? Let's review
wait,
what
so
we
Teen
got.
Spirit? Teen Spirit wasn't number
thought
one.
No, that was 5.
Oh,
that
I
was
thought
5.
so.
That was
I
5.
thought it was
So
one.
number 5, Smells Like Teen Spirit. 4, Bob Dylan, Like a Rolling Stone. 3, Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come. 2, Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
What a
That one,
diverse-
Number 1, Jub, you actually already said the
Blueberry
name.
Hill.
Fats
No.
Domino.
No,
I said
it
the
isn't.
name already.
You already said.
What year?
You already said her name.
Aretha Franklin?
Aretha Franklin.
R-E-S-P-C-T?
R-E-S-P-C-T. Number 1 song
Find
of
out
all
what it
time.
means to me.
1967.
Now, I disagree with that, and I
All right.
love Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
Man,
boy.
That's a.
Oh,
Everybody wants to party with Aretha.
Wow.
Let us know what you think. What song do you think would be number 1? Don't put like fucking
The Hokey Pokey.
Little
Yeah.
Drummer Boy.
Yeah. Well, that's a good Christmas
That is a
song.
good song.
I think mine would be the duel theme. When he's going up that hill. When he's driving up
When
the
his
hill in his
radiator
radiator.
bursts?
his
Who wrote
radiator,
that?
And it's on that clicking sound. Probably Hans Zimmer.
yeah.
John Williams.
But
All right, music and movies out of the
yeah,
way.
music and movies. There
Well,
you go.
speaking of music, what about the girl last night singing the anthem? Did you guys talk about that on the radio?
So we talked
We
about
did-
it.
we hit it- we hit it briefly.
So I played a little bit of it, and then we found out the
Well,
news.
Well, I was watching it, and Derek had just come downstairs, and he stopped and looked, and he said, "Who's that singing?" And I said, "I don't know." And I said to him, because during the NHL playoffs, we were watching it when Edmonton was playing at home, and they showed some guy singing, and the whole crowd sings. He's like, he really liked that guy. And then last night he saw this girl, and he's like, God, she's terrible. And so I thought, well, I felt bad for her, but I thought it was really odd that she was a 4-time nominee, a Grammy nominee.
Yeah.
And so I saw somebody online today kind of, being real critical. And then like an hour later, I get a text from you guys, somebody that said she's
Yeah, she checked
always
herself in
rehab.
rehab.
Yeah, check yourself into rehab.
How old is this girl?
Probably
She can't be
20s,
much
maybe?
more
Mid
older than you
20s.
guys.
Yeah, around their age probably.
Well, I thought
I'm gonna
about
look up.
like
But she said rehab was going to be fun.
Yeah,
heard.
she said, "I've
Which is a
heard
weird way to
rehab was
end the
fun."
club.
now is she?
she's 32.
Is it alcohol? Or was
She
it
said,
drugs?
I
said
thought
she was
drugs
hammered.
for
'Cause
sure.
I thought, I just thought to myself, well, if she's going to be on a national stage like that, did she just spend all day drinking
Right,
by herself?
right.
Like,
I mean, that's-
like
Yeah.
I don't think if we were all together and we would be like, okay, well, Jub, you're singing tonight at 8:00. Here, have a double
No,
Jack
he-
and Coke.
yeah,
we
he-
wouldn't let. I mean, how did
she chugged the whole bottle of Tito's.
Well, I have
did?
heard.
No,
of her
I don't know.
before.
I'm just saying.
I just didn't know the backstory
Jesus,
to it.
sorry.
Do you think that
I
she?
mean, I felt bad for her after I found.
So
Uh,
good.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, so how drunk do you think that she was? Like, really? How
Like she should have taken a
like I thought she was
Chris-
I thought she was high.
Chris, did you see what she said?
No, I didn't.
She said, "I'm not going to bullshit y'all. I was drunk last night," she wrote. "I'm checking myself into a facility today to help get the help that I need. That was not me last night. I apologize to MLB, all the fans in this country I love so much for the rendition. I'll let y'all know how rehab is. I hear it's super fun."
Well, I guess at least she's honest.
Interesting
I
ending.
mean,
I want to know what she drank. I want to
to me,
But is the
I don't
It
know.
says she
just-
broke through with her single "More Hearts Than Mine" in
Yeah, which I know that
2019
song.
and her studio albums "Ladylike" and "Good Person." She opened on tours including Keith Urban's 2022 tour, headlined some of her own. Her father, Brad, was a strength and conditioning coach for the Detroit Tigers, Colorado Rockies, New York Mets, and University of Michigan.
I don't know. Maybe there is a problem there because I wouldn't think that you would get that inebriated before going out in front of
Yeah.
50,000 and then however many people were watching on TV. And she was dreadful from the start.
And it's
it
not
was
like
bad.
she hasn't been in front of a crowd
right.
before.
Right.
She's an entertainer, so
No, I mean, I have no idea.
There's
Well,
an
let's
issue.
hope she gets the help she needs. Then
Yeah.
that was
She
that was
looks.
bad.
I mean,
she's got 2 million monthly listeners on Spotify. That's probably gone up, I'm sure, a
yeah.
good bit after
people
last
wanted
night.
to compare and see
Yeah.
if she's really that awful.
Yeah, well,
Best of luck to you there. I don't remember your
she
name.
flubbed
but
that one.
Ingrid.
Ingrid
all right.
Andres.
Go for it, Ingrid. Let us know how it turns out.
Man.
Dessert is an essential part to a quality life, and quality desserts make life all the more better. Had a long day at work and you need something sweet? Maybe you're out late and you need the perfect snack to cap off your evening. Or you're just a dessert lover with a knack for the finest of sweet treats. Well, say hello to the Brownie House, home of the best brownies ever. A family bakery dedicated to baking the world's best gourmet brownies, baked with premium imported chocolate, high-quality ingredients, and no preservatives. No prepackaged, pre-made, fake-tasting chocolate, no. These brownies are made from scratch, shipped nationwide, and delivered right to your door. And starting right now, you can head to yesbrownies.com and use the code PINEROOM, all caps, during checkout to receive 20% off your order. For the best brownies and more, take a trip to the Brownie House. Maybe
Chris, what do you got? You got something to
Did you
talk
see
about?
that? Well, these guys probably don't know who he is, but did you see the story about Terrell Davis?
No.
Oh, you didn't see this?
No.
Terrell Davis, Hall of Fame running back
Yeah.
for the. I'm just telling you,
Broncos.
They're Broncos. Career cut short by injuries. Okay, so this story broke yesterday. He was flying on a United Airlines flight from wherever back to California. So the beverage cart service comes through, and he was there with his wife and 2 children, 2 sons and a daughter, and he tapped, and it was a male. Flight attendant, whatever.
Okay.
Stewardess.
Actually, one of his sons requested a cup of ice.
Right.
This guy either didn't hear him or just totally ignored the kid.
Okay.
And Terrell Davis kind of reached behind him and just tapped him and
Right.
and
To
said,
get his
"Hey, can you-"
attention. Right.
The guy yells at him and says, "Don't hit me."
Okay.
So they're still obviously mid-flight. So he never sees the guy. He never has any more interaction with the flight attendant. And they land wherever in California and Orange County. And once they landed, they told everybody to stay in their seats, and they bring local authorities and FBI guys to come on the fucking plane.
FBI. How's it? We got the presidential candidate getting shot.
And
Don't worry about that.
And they put him in handcuffs and remove him from the flight.
That's
in front of his
terrible.
family.
That's real?
Yeah.
That sounds like that scene from Anger Management.
Jeez.
I mean, it was terrible. And he's a class act.
Yeah, no.
He's a good guy. And
Where the hell are all the people coming to his defense? Fuck, if it
Where's
was
the,
George Floyd, they'd be fucking yelling about it.
Where's the stewardess or the whatever his name is? Has he commented on it?
No. He according to Davis, he just said, I was and remain humiliated, embarrassed, powerless, and angry. And so once they got him off, then they off the plane, and he told his story, and obviously he didn't do anything wrong. But I like this. United Airlines said this is clearly not the kind of travel experience we strive to provide, and they really went out of their way. They said we reached out to Davis's team and to apologize.
Oh,
to him.
thanks.
I'd sue the fuck out of that airline. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's terrible.
As fuck.
How about the lady that got thrown off for misidentifying one of those fucking trannies on there? She said she called either a guy, a girl, or ma'am or a mister, and they stopped the fucking plane and threw her off with her kid, like her young child.
Because she just she didn't
but
know.
because it was obviously like, I think it was a man dressing as a woman, and she called it sir. And she's now the bad person for doing that. I'm sorry, that's just outrageous.
Yeah, right. Well, and getting back to this Davis thing real quick. Like I don't know what the process is. How they would do they make a call to the captain and say
I don't know.
I
think that's the procedure. I think so. Yeah.
And so then as they approach and
they ground and they make sure everything's.
I mean, I would sue them for that. That to me is just ridiculous.
Was there a racial element to it?
There was no. But hey, by the way, they did fire that person.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Oh wow,
I just
so
read
that's
it. Yeah.
good. At least that they realized that there was
there was never any mention of the color of that flight attendant. But I don't give a fuck what.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just
terrible.
found it amazing that like usually when a minority is mistreated like that, usually there's people shouting from the fucking rooftops about it, but not in this case. Because this guy's Terrell Davis, like you said, he's a really upstanding guy.
I don't get it. Just to tap on.
I didn't even hear the story.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened
I
either.
figured you knew.
No, I didn't hear it all.
Well, at least that dickhead got fired.
Yeah, fuck him.
But it's just awful. I mean, just to tap him and say, "Hey, my son would like some ice," and
then take it that far. Don't hit me.
No, I did. I don't know. Maybe I was a DEI hire, man.
Yeah, it's just what we need. That's what a mess.
Yeah, just like
what
a
fucking
FBI.
mess.
Yeah, it's terrible, but that I don't know. It's awful. And one other thing, when you were talking about not having any arms job, that would even if you didn't, you would still be shooting the same percentage from three as Bronny James.
Because he went airball.
Well, we were talking on the radio yesterday, and so obviously last night, which was Monday night, he had another game and they lost. They're 0-4 when he's played, 0-5 overall. He went. Did you see? He was 1 for 5 last night. 2 points, had a couple rebounds, a block. So he went 0 for 3 again from 3-point land. So he's averaging 4.5 and points a game, and he's 0 for 15.
Oh man,
from 3-point range.
Man,
I mean, come on.
But
0 for 15 from 3
in 5 games.
Oh man,
but Matt,
that's
have you
tough.
noticed? Have you seen the narrative on these ESPN, the analysts, that they're still trying to like pump up his defense, and he's doing, and he's getting blown. He's not even doing that well on defense.
Yeah, it's actually quite embarrassing to even show highlights of it on sports.
I think
you can't do it. You got to put a stop.
Well,
I don't care if LeBron never comes on your channel again. Who cares? Like, you got to put a stop to that.
Yes, I just because I
this guy should be playing in the TBT. Yeah. He probably couldn't even make USC's TBT team.
And you're right. You were right that you said on the radio yesterday. He probably wouldn't be MEC Player of the Year.
I said that at the club. I am very confident in saying if that guy played in the Mountain East Conference as he is right now, he would not be Mountain East Player of the Year, and he probably wouldn't even be first team.
Dalton Bolden's better than him.
Yes. I've seen hundreds of guys better than him.
Was better, yeah.
I could go through a whole state and Salem roster and AB and all these, so many better players than anything
awful.
You'll ever see out of that guy.
I mean,
that's a really good way you put it, Matt. I'd
love to see him. I'd love to see him. I'm not certain that he's better than Dale Bonner, that was played for Fairmont and then played at Baylor and then played at Ohio State. I don't even think he's as good as him.
Shit, Bryce Butler, who won the
right.
NBC.
There's another guy.
Bryce is better than him.
I'm telling you, I've seen hundreds. So is Chris.
That's a great.
Hundreds of guys.
I literally never even
that
thought
would
about
never
that.
get that chance because their name's not Bronny James.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God, they'd kill for it too. I'm convinced that there's guys we've seen that could have made the NBA.
I don't think he would be the player of the year that you see. But I don't know. Point Park coming in now. That's big time.
Oh boy,
Matt, I just saw this on Reddit, a subreddit called Ask Reddit. This is from a guy named Slim P. He asked the question. Jub, you'll like this too. What if Earth is like one of those uncontacted tribes in South America? Like the whole galaxy knows we're here, but they've agreed not to contact us until we figure it out ourselves.
Yeah, that's possible. It's possible.
What do you think?
I don't even have an answer, so Doug.
I hope that's not the case, but I could see why that would be for people that. Well, I mean, we're not violent towards anybody. The reason we don't contact those tribes
Except
in
each
Papua
other.
New Guinea
Yeah.
is because they don't. They're like horrifically violent. They'll like cut your
they
head
killed
off.
that photographer.
They shot arrows
him with
at him.
arrows and then tore his body
Yeah,
apart.
I mean,
This guy-
we haven't done that to aliens.
I mean,
I don't think.
No,
This guy says that the Nightfire, he says, I mean, we could always just be cosmic ants. How often you got into your garden and try to communicate with the bugs?
Yeah. Well, there's a chance we could be cast-offs from all the planets that have failed across the galaxy. Really good chance. That we've got a lot of defective people here on the planet, self-included. But yeah, I do you believe in the panspermia theory, Job? Of like the parts of things that live here on our planet came from
Like a
different
collection
parts.
of different
Yeah, like
places?
either an asteroid, meteor. I mean, I think that's very, very feasible.
I think it could happen. I don't know.
I don't necessarily think we are, but
like
I
a
think,
jellyfish,
Yeah, like I mean,
like a
yeah,
centipede.
some you know how they're always discovering new species. I mean, I think
I
stuff
would
came
be-
from above for sure.
I would be more of the ant theory than the uncontacted tribe of whatever those places are.
We just might be the dumbest planet on Earth. I think we got that locked up.
If not, we're well on our way.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Sadly.
it is. It is real sad.
What else you got there, fella?
Man, some of these questions are really, really just very bright questions that people ask. How would you feel about a law that requires people over the age of 70 to pass a specialized driving test in order to continue driving?
I've said that.
I think that's
1000%.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I've said that before. I think you should have to get a license. I think you should have to get a license sometimes, no matter what. Like every year,
every 10 years or
Because
whatever.
some of the people from Ohio, I mean, I pick on Ohio a lot, but they don't use their turn signals. They don't. I mean, their cars are falling apart a lot of the time. I mean, it's a nightmare
it's
out
bad.
there. Pennsylvania's not much better though.
Oh, no.
they're not
PA
much better.
drivers
They have
are-
an arrogance about them. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know who the hell
100%
they
that.
think they are.
1,000%.
It's one thing I'll say about West Virginia. Like, I think our drivers overall aren't terrible.
No, absolutely. When I go up to Pittsburgh, every single dickhead driver has got a PA license plate, and then when you go over across the river, that's a whole different. It's not even that they're bad
That
drivers.
376 is just filled with asshole after
is.
asshole.
Say just texted and said to one of our to our home group, which is me, Cooley, when we used to live in a house at West Lib. He texted this group and said, a guy on an MLB show, I'm not sure what show it was, his bold prediction was the Pirates making the playoffs.
I don't think that's a bold. I don't think that's like crazy bold.
Wait,
We're a game and a half back of the wild card
Who
right
made
now.
that?
I don't know. He just said
Okay,
he just
I-
said a guy.
Somebody on a show.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Yeah.
Say
I mean,
that.
it's not impossible.
No, it's not.
Not with
No,
the way
I
that
don't-
the National
well,
League's
the
not
National League's
loaded.
so bad,
But they got to make some moves here. They got to
yeah,
do something.
definitely. We'll see. But
Won't
Skeen's
happen.
starting the All-Star game tonight, which will be really cool. That's
Hey, Matt, did that year when we were talking yesterday on the radio, because we a lot of talk about Skeens being a starting pitcher, and you compared it to if he could strike out the side
Pedro
like
Martinez.
Pedro. Like, did Pedro get MVP that year?
Yeah, he did. I actually talked about it today.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
'Cause
struck out. He struck out the first 5 hitters of the game. He pitched the second inning.
Oh,
and so he
okay.
got 5. He got 6 outs, 5 by strikeout. Struck out the side in the first inning, and then got MVP. And he struck out. Who were the guys?
Bagwell.
Bagwell, McGuire, Sosa, Larry
Sounds like
Walker, and who was the
Shit,
other
I
one?
can't remember who
Somebody
it
else
is.
who
It's
really.
like 5,000 career home runs.
Yeah.
between those guys.
Yeah, it was another badass that led off
Did
the
he?
game.
Did he pitch to a sixth guy?
Yeah, he
Yeah, and
got
he got him
all
out.
6 outs, but he didn't get
Okay.
that one by
But
strikeout.
the first 5,
yeah, he
did.
struck them all.
What? All right. What's
I'd love
your?
if Skeens could
It was
do
awesome. That was in Fenway Park, too.
What's your prediction for Skeens tonight, starting the game? You think he goes 1, 2, 3? I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go 1, 2, 3. He'll strike. I don't know if he'll strike out Quan. Quan can put the ball in play. I think he'll strike. He'll get Quan to pop up. He will get Soto. He'll strike out
Is
Soto.
Quan left-handed?
Yes.
Yes, I believe he is. Yeah.
What was the lineup again? Quan, Soto.
Quan Soto and Gunner.
Oh,
No, Gunner. Quan Gunner.
Just
and
John
then
Gunner.
Soto.
So he's got two lefties to start off.
I think he'll get
three lefties. Yeah.
3 lefties. I think he'll get Quan to pop up. Gunner. He'll strike out Gunner and strike out Soto. That's why
I say
my prediction.
I say Quan grounds out. We'll say 4-3 on in your
4-3,
scorebook.
okay.
We'll go 4-3 on that one. Then I think he'll probably strike Henderson out, and then I think I'm going to say that Soto's going to line out to right field.
Okay.
So I think
So he'll
all
go
the things
1,
will be
2, 3.
pulled, but it'll go 1-2-3 with a K.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Chris?
think he'll just keep it that momentum from this whole rookie phenom thing. I think I don't want to say he's going to strike out all three, but I think he'll retire the side in order.
How high you think he hits the gun? Because he can get
He
like
said
let it loose.
because they asked him. I said,
maybe.
"How hard are you going to throw?" He said, "I'm going to throw 100." So
Well, I expect that. I was
Well,
hoping he could hit
and I
102
think-
or
Is
something.
do they bet that? Can you bet that anywhere?
I'm not sure. I think some places offshore you can, but most
I
legalized
really
states
think
no.
I think that there's going to be a buzz in the air when he takes them.
Oh yeah,
The way he's
absolutely.
pitched, and he's a likable guy, and people. I mean, he's a household name probably now, and at least in as far as baseball goes. And I think there'll be that Texas crowd will be. Really
Yeah, I'm
to
excited.
strike
I'm
out.
not
Tom
even-
Thumb, what do you think over there?
Yeah, what's Paul going to do?
No, he'll give up 3 home runs and get taken out.
Jesus.
No.
He doesn't record an out. Jeez, boy, that'd be
No,
good.
I-
odds.
well, I
What's
was-
Barbara say?
Yeah, Barbara.
She's interested in everything tonight. But no, speaking of money, I know I'm not the moderator here, but this question just popped up. It said, and Matt, I think you might like this. Would you watch a show where a billionaire CEO has to go an entire month on their lowest paid employee's salary without access to any other resources than of that employee? What do you think would happen? Would
Wait,
you
what-
watch that show?
It's basically a reality.
So it'd be
show.
like Jeff Bezos is taking the salary of some
A delivery driver.
No, it'd be worse than that.
Janitor?
It'd be some foreign country like
factory worker.
worker,
Right.
and he has to live off that salary with no other resources other than that employee.
I mean, maybe I'd be more inclined to watch that than any other reality show. But didn't they have something that was similar to
It's
that?
like Undercover Boss.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
they
a little
never
bit-
really flipped roles.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's out of a movie. I mean, maybe I might give it a watch. Maybe.
Chris.
I'll pass. No.
Because I don't like reality TV at all.
Okay,
No, I don't either.
and I got one more question here for us. We're kind of getting close up on time here. Last one. This is from a guy from Roblox, a nerd on Reddit. He says you go to sleep on the 31st of December 2020. So, yeah, never mind. And wake up the next day, but when you check your phone, it says January 1st, 2020. After the first couple of days, you realize it's just like Groundhog Day. What do you do with the information you have about 2020? So you went to bed at the end of the year, and you wake up, and it's the beginning. So you basically
So I'm reliving 2020.
So you're reliving 2020.
Jeez,
but
what
you're
a year to pick.
So
Yeah,
you're the
what a
only,
fucking year to pick.
but you're the only guy that knows.
Oh, I
you're the
don't-
only
I
guy that
would be
knows
so fucking excited.
I would
I'd
be too.
so
I know
excited.
exactly what I would do.
what. Well,
I would-
Would you tell anybody?
I
Would you
tell everybody don't get the fucking vaccine.
I would. I'd
If it wasn't
say
too late, that'd be a great.
you could
advice.
turn into like that. What's the one lady that's blind?
Bobby
Oh,
Yaga.
Baba Yaga or whatever? No.
Something with
Whatever her
that.
name is.
What's
but
she have to do with anything?
she's like a prophet, and
Yeah.
we talk about her on the radio.
Baba
you
Ma-
could
some with an M.
you
Baba-
could go stand in like some
Jeez, I can't
Times
believe I
Square and
forget
go.
Baba Vanga.
Yeah, Baba
A
Vanga.
great plague shall come upon us, and then it happens, and you could be
She was blind.
revered
Bulgarian.
as some. But I honestly probably wouldn't do anything. I would just
Oh.
I would just get ready to. I would do nothing. I'd just enjoy.
They,
it
you
again.
probably think you were like a fucking witch if like you went out like if you said, "Hey, we're about
They
to get hit with a
burned me.
horrible pandemic."
What you're saying is that you're kind of you just want to sit back and watch everybody react to something you had already lived.
Yeah, because
And
I
you
already
see what-
know what's going to
right.
happen.
And that you're
I
gonna
would
be
probably,
fine.
I'd probably brief like my family, you guys, be like, all right, this is what's going to happen. You're going to be. This is what's going to happen here and here and here. On such date, the world is going to stop. So you better get prepared. If you need to get shit, if you need to do something, do it now. And then you have basically however many months off of doing whatever you need to do.
Does everything else remain the same in your life? Like, say I bought a video game, and is it there? I bought
Ooh.
it, and all the newspapers
it all
that I had
reset?
are magazines, because that would be a whole key to me, because immediately I'm going from a gambling aspect and I'm trying to recreate things in my mind or things that I had around my house that could tell me which team won these
Do you
games.
think you-
I mean, there's a ticket to millions of dollars.
How much, in percentage-wise, how much do you think you could recall as far as who won what?
I could get the big game, like the Super Bowl and things like that. I could definitely get that stuff. And then like horse racing, there's some races that I would remember, but I would want to go back and if I had my notes and my programs and all the things I had, then I'm fucking golden.
Yeah, if you had everything, you'd be unbelievable. All right, let's just say you don't have everything. Let's say
Just memories.
You wake
Just
up
memories.
and you're reset back to the first day.
But you only have the
You
memories.
only have your head.
Okay, so I could still do okay.
Yeah, I
there.
think I think so. I don't know
But that's
what
what the avenue that I'd be going
I think
down.
I'd agree with you, Jubb, that I would just tell my friends and family that, like, hey, this is going to be fucking crazy.
Here's the motto then. Next time the Powerball gets high, even though you don't win, remember the numbers.
Remember the number.
Oh, yeah. So
You could
this
just
is
write down all the
every
Powerball
day,
numbers.
yeah, just and then learn it every time. And
people were like,
and
what
you
the
never
fuck
know,
you
and that
wrote?
you might wake up and get to do the year over.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
somebody comes into your room. Like, what the fuck are these numbers? Why are you writing these down?
You look like an insane. It's all over the walls.
you like putting tallies.
If you
on the
only
wall.
knew, some days I'll change the world.
Where do you guys remember where you were when? And I think we've talked about this before. You guys remember where you were when like kind of shit went like?
Oh yeah,
we were
I
playing
remember where I
video
was
games
when
in the NBA.
when Rudy Gobert.
I remember.
Got shut down. Yeah, we were up at West Lib in our house, and we were playing video games, and we got the thing that Rudy Gobert touched all his mics, and then he was.
Granted, a lot of people died, and I feel terrible, and like obviously, like death in a large scale is not great, but if the illness was like your organs turn to blood and you're
like Ebola or something,
like you like bleed out of your eyeballs, like then I guess I could see what the fear would be about. And I obviously, again, people died and passed away, which is sad, and I like some people that passed away to related things, but I think that and maybe the whole quarantine thing did stave it all. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about biology.
Neither were the
anything,
people that told us anything. They didn't know shit.
But that to
Fauci.
me, it like pandemic wise, if you heard, Chris, if before this happened, if you heard there's going to be a worldwide pandemic, what would you think was going to happen?
I don't know. I just would have the fear of the unknown. I mean, I wouldn't know.
But you would think it was going to be like you contract it, you're dead.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
Like the plague, like you
Right,
get it.
like Ebola, the plague,
Then
literally
the
like the
world's
Black
ended.
Death.
I will say,
I'd go into a panic.
I did get I think the second shot, and it fucked me up. It was, I was miserable. I was sleeping at West Liberty still, and I was in my bed shaking like a leaf because I got that second one, and it ruined me for.
I still got my fucking
24
vaccine card that I got.
still have mine.
Yeah.
I should just throw this fucking thing away. I don't know if I did.
Yeah,
It.
that's fucked up that you had to show that to go places.
Yes.
And
that's
yet they
right.
don't make people show anything to fucking vote.
Yeah, we had to do
I mean,
that.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Also,
What the fuck?
we
Talk about a dumb planet.
dumb
Yeah.
fucking country.
Dumb.
we had to
Oh my
show
God,
that
I
when
remember
we had
that.
to show that on vacation.
Yeah, when we went to,
Antigua.
Fucking outrageous. Absolutely
Yeah,
outrageous.
That's
Yeah, I remember that because I remember I got it laminated. I think
Yeah.
Dad laminated them, and
Yeah,
you're
I
like
got one.
you're not supposed to do that because like they were like supposed to write on it or some shit. But
Yeah.
Well,
isn't it? It's like totally like that never.
I will
happened
say
now.
though, there are things that change, like workplace environments and stuff like that, and maybe like
No, that was a
sanitary
change for the
place.
better. I agree.
But-
Meetings I don't have to go to in person anymore.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
There was a time when we were in mid COVID where I thought the world was never going to go back to the way that it was, and now it's like it never even happened. It's like we just moved on.
Well, don't you guys think it's fucking ridiculous that we had to have tests to determine if you had the fucking thing? How could that be a deadly disease?
Yeah, you didn't
like
know.
if you had it, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
you literally didn't know.
Well,
like the
what
Black
if-
Death and Spanish flu survival rates were like less than 2%.
What if you're like Typhoid Mary and you're a healthy carrier and then you spread it?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
And then the next guy, the guy next to you just explodes.
And,
he melts.
And there's still people that'll go and they get a little sick. Don't go and get tested for COVID.
What good does it do? I never got tested one time, and I probably had COVID. I'm going to guess a dozen times. I know I had long COVID. It was nothing. I had some night sweats. My head was a little stuffy. Like, I mean, I was fine. Like, I mean, I think one time I had something, and it was like, I felt like I had a little bit of something in my lungs, but minor. I had no pre-existing conditions. That's what killed the majority of these people. They were fat bastards, diabetes, all these fucking problems. That's what killed them. All the foods we eat is what kills you. And here we are. Let's just blame the people. And then I was never vaccinated, and I'm proud that I wasn't. And that's fine. Anybody could choose what they want to do. But I was told I was a killer. I was told I was a murderer. Yeah. I had friends and family members tell me that I was completely crazy for not getting it. And I mean, nobody's ever apologized to me, and I don't want that. But come on,
you're still here.
People were told we were told bad things. Like, it was not right. What they did to everybody, it was not okay.
I have ear infections all the time. Like, I have one right now.
Probably from that.
But
probably from the fucking vaccine, Job. Don't discredit.
But I've struggled my whole life. But my point was it was a whole lot. These are a whole lot worse than COVID. Like, my ear infections suck way more than that.
Yeah, like you said, people died from the circumstances, but a lot of it was pre-existing. A lot of it. It was basically a bad cold.
How about those too? Then they wouldn't let fucking people go in and see their elderly
their dying
relatives.
family members.
That's
terrible. Those governors, they ought to face war crimes. They should be tried and fucking and put in prison.
Aunt Kim had knee surgery. I think I could be wrong on this, but Aunt Kim had knee surgery, and I wasn't allowed into the building. Only my dad could go in with her because he was like the primary person that was with her, but I wasn't allowed to come in.
I just can't believe that was a real thing that we lived
I can't
through.
either. And I will say,
it doesn't even seem real.
No, and it wasn't
great though.
And Trump was in an awful position. Anybody in leadership would have been, because they didn't know what to do. They're listening to these people that are so-called experts. But man, in hindsight, he didn't want to shut anything down, and he knows that he shouldn't have, because it proved to be a mistake. It was a definite mistake, and you can only trust the people that you have in the spots. But Fauci got rich off of the rest of us fucking suffering, and it's wrong. And that motherfucker deserves to go to prison. He deserves the very, very worst outcome that you could have. He fucked the nation.
I am going to agree with you 100%. I hope the fuck
shameful.
It's awful.
He should be tried
and
for
those
it.
Pharmaceutical companies.
He killed. Yeah, well, and then he got rich with them because he colluded with them. It's it's awful.
Remember that? Then didn't we in West Virginia? I know, at least in our state, we had those color coded maps. Like we would.
And then Jim Justice mishandled it too. He was another one out there telling you you're going to kill people by not getting that vaccine. Fuck him. I'll never vote for that guy now again.
Yeah, what was it? It was like
Pisses me off.
yellow. Yellow was like moderate,
orange
or something,
red,
and then red you were.
It's like snow.
Yeah, if you were closed or not.
Dumb.
But
It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah,
a lot of people have died from mysterious circumstances after they got that shit.
We're still here, and we're still kicking.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. Everybody be safe out there. But I think that'll do us.
Yep.
Do it for it here on episode 117 of the Pine Room Podcast. Hope you enjoyed listening. Go check out the Brownie House. YesBrownies.com. Use code Pine Room for 20% off of your order. We actually just ordered a bunch. I know Chris ordered some. Matt ordered some.
Yeah.
Coach ordered some. I had one last night.
I might send a care package to President Trump.
Yes, Trump. Trump needs it. He deserves a brownie.
They'll probably inspect it thoroughly, though.
They probably just say, "We're
after Saturday."
They can't, they can't resist Brownie House brownies.
No,
Come
can't.
on,
who could?
They're perfect. Code Pine Room again. I don't think we have anything else coming up.
That goofball soup.
He didn't use
code Pine Room.
He's the guy that brokered the brokered the everything, and he forgot about it.
Idiot. Don't be like Soup and forget to use code Pine Room. You get 20% off. But hope you enjoyed listening. We love you all. Have a good night. Bye.
See ya. Go Skeens.
Yes.